landed on my channel. Don't go anywhere. Come on in. Let's have a discussion. Yay, you made it. I've been waiting for you. Hi, my name is Floss. This is the Grape Library, where we love to talk about books. I'm so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. Today, I feel like having a discussion. Recently, a person that I adore by the name of Kathy commented on my video, and she said she was surprised that I don't reread books. And I know a lot of you out there do. A lot of my book friends do. And I don't know. Am I one of the rare people that don't? I have my reasons. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what they are. and don't forget to put in the comments what your reasons are why you don't reread or why you do reread. I would love to know. I have 4 simple reasons why I choose not to reread a book. Now, never say never. That doesn't mean I would never reread a book. I have reread some books, but they were few and far between. And in general, I don't make it a practice. I would probably say if I read, I'm just going to throw a number out there. I've read more than this. But if I've read 300 books, I probably reread one. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. So these are the reasons why I do what I do. Then you tell me why you do what you do. All right. So now, reason number 1. The biggest reason why I don't reread a book is because I come with an expiration date. There's an expiration date on me somewhere. And I have to be mindful that there's so many books that I want to read. I'm not going to be here forever to read them. So I have to keep moving along. I think that time is my biggest factor. There is so much to do in life, especially if you hold down a job and you have a house to run and a family to take care of and animals and errands, and all of that stuff adds up. Heck, even sitting in traffic, in congested traffic, at traffic lights, your time traveling to and fro, that all adds up to time that you're not going to get back. So I have to, do my mathematics here. All of the time that is wasted, that is out of my control, and all of the time that is freed up for me to do what I want to do, the things that I love. That's why I generally won't go and reread a book, because I have to be mindful that I'm not going to be here forever. Reason number 2 is because just my makeup. It's just the way that I was born, the way that I was made. I am and always was a forward-moving person. I don't tend to live in the past. And I don't tend to want to go back where I was. I'm perfectly fine leaving the past in the past. I like forward. I like new adventures. I like new things waiting around the corner for me. And I like just to be ticking off all those boxes. When I find those books that I fall in love with. Now, there's different kinds of book love for me. There's, if I read, like in my last video, I said I read a book on a mafia contract killer. Loved it. And so that is a different kind of love than I felt when I read Big Fella, the story of Babe Ruth. or when I read Peanuts, Charles Schulz, or when I read The Honey Bus, or when I read East of Eden, or when I read, what's another one of my favorites? Oh, Elvis, What Happened? Ooh, what they told me in that book, that will stay with me forever. But all books that I love, but all books that I love in different ways and for different reasons. And I love being in love with my books. But I'm not in love with all of them. I'm a little bit fickle. I'm a little bit harder to please. I'm not just going to fall in love with all of them. I might give them a 5-star rating, but that doesn't mean that I'm in love with the book. There are certain books that I just love so much. Billie Jean King, loved that book. Didn't think that I was going to, but I ended up loving it. So that's another reason. And my final reason why I don't reread a book is because when I do find those books that I fall in love with, I am naive. I am very impressionable. I'm in awe of this person or this story. I'm excited, and it's a magical feeling. I don't know what's going to happen. I am, totally in the story, in the moment, anxious and excited to pick the book up to see how it's going to unfold, and everything is bright and fresh and shiny and new and magical and authentic and just pure love. The emotions that I'm feeling for this book is as authentic as it gets. So if I reread it, I already experienced those feelings, and I already know what's going to happen. So I like to keep the books that I have fallen in love with, I like to keep that love pure. This sounds ridiculous, does it? But it's just the way that I feel. I don't want that love to change. I want it to forever stay innocent. As innocent as it was the first time that I read it. So that's why I don't reread a book. But I'm going to tell you this. I will sometimes reread a book that I hate. Yeah, if I hated that book, that is the exception to the rule. I will reread those books because I believe in second chances and interpretations. Maybe I had interpreted it wrong. Maybe I was just in the wrong frame of mind. And I think the book deserves another go. So in that instance, I will reread a book. And also, I am so grateful and thankful for all of you out there that do reread books, because there are quite a few books that I was a little timid about reading, and people have stepped up and said, you know what, I've already read it, Floss, but I'll read that book with you. I feel like it helps me to get through that book if it's a difficult read. One that comes to mind is A Little Life. Another one that comes to mind is 1984, things like that. So to know that somebody else is reading them with me. I tried to read Tender is the Flesh, and I had to pull the plug on that one because there was too much animal cruelty in that one. But I was thankful that, I had willing participants to read these books with me. So comment below, let me know, are you a rereader or not so much? I would love to know, and there are no right or wrong answers to this question. Whether you do or whether you don't is fine, because we're all on this earth to do what we see makes sense and what makes us happy. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Don't let those bad days win. And when you dream, make sure you're dreaming big.